Struggling readers just need more practice, right? They just need to read more books, spend more time with their nose in a novel, right? Wrong. If they're practicing the wrong skills, more reading just locks in bad habits. It's like handing a kid a piano when they don't know how to read music. They just slam on the keys, hoping something will sound right, and they never actually learn to play. I'm Rebecca. I've spent years coaching teachers on the science of reading. And here's what most people don't know. When struggling readers just read more, they're not building skill, they're practicing guessing. Today, I'm showing you exactly why this advice backfires, what actually happens when kids try, and what works instead. We all want kids to fall in love with reading. We want them curled up with a book, flipping through page after page. But when a student is handed a book they can't decode and then told to read silently for 20 minutes, what actually happens? Let's break it down. They guess based on pictures, they skip words they don't know, and they start to believe they're bad at reading. And here's the kicker. They might finish the book, but they didn't actually read it. They decode some of it, they guess the rest. Every time they guess instead of decode, they're reinforcing the wrong habit. Here's what the science of reading tells us. Reading comprehension comes from two things. First, decoding, the ability to actually read the words. Second, language comprehension, the ability to make meaning from those words. If the decoding's not there, then nothing else matters. In fact, eye-tracking studies show that skilled readers don't rely on pictures or context clues. They read every single word. They decode every syllable. And it's not because they memorize them. It's because their brain has mapped those words through sound symbol connections. So no, more reading time doesn't equal better reading skills unless that reading is happening at the right level with the right support. Now, I'm not saying silent reading is bad. I'm saying it's not enough, especially for kids who are behind. Handing a second grader a chapter book when they haven't mastered basic phonics, it's not practice, it's punishment. Instead of getting stronger, they get stuck. Instead of decoding, they're guessing. And if we're not careful, independent reading time becomes 20 minutes a day of practicing bad habits. So what do we do instead? Here's the fix, and it's simple. Quality over quantity. First, match text to phonics level. If a student is working on short vowels, give them decodable books that reinforce short vowels. Don't give them books full of patterns they've never been taught. Second, scaffold the reading. Sit next to them, read the first line together, model the tricky words. Let them read it again, stronger each time. That's how decoding becomes automatic. Third, reread for success. The second or third time through the text is where the magic happens. They start reading with confidence and rhythm. That's what actually builds fluency. Not the number of books read, not the number of minutes spent with a book, but the quality of practice they're getting. I've got a step-by-step guide to decodable readers that shows you exactly how to use them. I'll put the link below. So let's recap. More reading isn't helpful if the student is stuck in guessing mode. Practice only builds skill when it's based on what the student has already been taught. And progress happens when kids feel successful, supported, and strategically challenged, not overwhelmed and embarrassed. So yes, we want kids reading more, but first we have to teach them how. If this video hit home, then give it a like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me where your readers are struggling most. And if you want a practical guide to decodable books that align with your child's phonics skills, I've linked my free decodable book guide below. It's perfect for parents and educators working with kids ages 3 to 7. You don't need 100 books. You need the right book. Let's build better readers together.